In the first chapter, we studied the basics related to electric charges and as well as electric field, and we also derived certain equations to find the magnitude of electric field due to a point charge. Now, in the second chapter, we are going to study about electrostatic potential and capacitance. Electric field and electric potential, these are the two important terms related to the electric charges, maybe positive charge or negative charge. Now, before going to know what is meant by electric potential, let us know some basic aspects in order to understand more clearly about electric potential. Suppose if I consider a charge Q kept at the point O, then we know that all around the charge there will be electric field. I choose 2 points in the electric field region of the charge Q. Let us draw a line. On this line, I choose 2 points. In fact, this line may be also considered as electric line of force. Let us call this point as B and this as point A. Suppose if I imagine a charge Q and if I keep the charge at B, then is it possible for this charge to reach the point A? That means to move by itself to the point A? Not at all. Because this is also positive. This constantly applies a repulsive force on this charge, which is nothing but the electrostatic force. F for force and E stands for electrostatic. So this force tends to push the charge away from B. Therefore, this charge by itself cannot reach the point A. Then what should be done? In order to make this charge to reach the point A, apply the force on this charge. I am going to apply an external force, F external, on this charge. By applying the force, I do the work on this charge. What is the work I do now? I move the charge from B to A against this electrostatic repulsive force. So, I am doing some work on the charge Q to bring it from B to A against this electrostatic force. Here, I can write that work done. Work done in bringing or moving or shifting. You can use any word. A charge Q from B to A against electric field or electrostatic force. Electrostatic force Fe. The nature of this electrostatic force is repulsive because both are like charges. Is given by W B A. Work is done in bringing the charge from point B to point A. This can be written as integral of F dot dr. F external I write because by applying the external force I am moving this charge. What is this dr? It is nothing but the distance in which the charge is moved from B to A. I can consider this as equal to dr. I have written the integral. That means total work I have to consider. While moving the charge from B to A, we have to remember one important point. What is that means? While moving the charge from B to A, no acceleration should be produced in the charge. When does it happen? It happens only if the external force becomes equal to electrostatic force. Suppose if the electrostatic force is of 10 unit, means 10 Newton, applied external force should be also equal to 10 Newton. So this external force continuously changes because as we move towards the charge, continuously the repulsive force goes on increasing. So work done in moving the charge from one point, say for example from this point to this point, and from this point to this point, and from this to this, continuously differs. While moving from B to this point, point 1, if the work done is W1, then while moving from point 1 to point 2, work done will be W2. Again, while moving from point 2 to point 3, so work done may be W3. So like this, we have to add all work done while moving the charge from B to A. So instead of adding, I have written that as integral. Integration represents the summing up or finding out the total. So from where to where the charge is moved? The charge is moved from B to A. So this is the total work done in moving the charge from B to A through a distance dr. It is written in the form of dot product. Y means work is nothing but force into displacement, or dot product of, usually we write work as equal to dot product of force and as well as displacement, either F dot x or F dot r we can write. So using that equation, I have written the total work done, and this can also be written as equal to integral of B to A minus, I write Fe dot dr. Why minus sign? Because work done in moving the charge is negative. Charge is moved opposite to the electrostatic force. So that is why I consider this work done as negative. So work done by the external force is equal and opposite. Work done by the external force is equal and opposite to the work done by electrostatic force. So finally, I can write like this: WBA is equal to F external dot dr, okay, from B to A, which is equal to minus F external dot dr, once again from B to A, okay. So this is one aspect in which you have to remember. Secondly, see, we know that at each and every point, if we move the charge, the energy goes on increasing. What energy? Potential energy. Because work done in moving the charge from one point to another point will be stored in the charge as potential energy, electrostatic potential energy. If I bring the charge from B to A, now in this charge, at this point, some energy is stored because of work, which is nothing but electrostatic potential energy. Suppose if I release this charge, that means if I set the charge, means if the external force applied is removed, then what happens? This charge no longer stays here. It is repelled back once again due to this electrostatic repulsive force. So when it moves back, what happens? The potential energy goes on converting into kinetic energy. Initially, when it moved from B to A, the charge used to gain potential energy. When it comes to the point, it attains some potential energy, means gain some potential energy, but soon after the removal of external force, this entire potential energy is converted into kinetic energy in such a way that the total energy of the charge becomes equal to 0 when it reaches the point B again. So very simple. While moving, potential energy. While moving back, kinetic energy. So potential energy, kinetic energy, both are equal in magnitude, direction wise opposite, though energy is scalar, but still the total energy remains to be constant. So when it comes to this point, it possesses as usually the zero energy. That means we can understand one thing. What does that means? The law of conservation of energy is also valid here. That means total energy of the charge remains conserved. Then, now, the third point is, suppose if I consider the different points here between A and B, say for example this point like this. At each point, the potential energy continuously varies, means changes. Therefore, what will be the potential energy between any 2 points, either between these two, or between these two, or between these two, or once for all between the point B and the point A? What is the potential energy difference? Means potential energy difference. It arises because the energy continuously varies as the charge is moved from B to A. It is given by delta U equal to, when the charge is at the point B, let its potential energy be UB. When the same charge comes to the point A, let its potential energy be UA. So delta U is equal to, now I write this as UA minus UB, not UB minus UA, because potential energy at the point A is greater when compared to the potential energy at the point B. If I move the same charge further towards the charge Q, potential energy further increases, it will be greater than UA. So as you move closer to the charge, potential energy continuously goes on increasing. So you have to remember this concept. Delta U equal to UA minus UB, which is nothing but work done in moving the charge from point B to point A. So this is the third one. Then next one, fourth concept. See, we can choose any one of the point as a point of zero potential energy. But what I do means, I choose the point of zero potential energy as the point where electric field becomes equal to zero. We know very well, as we move away from the charge, the electric field goes on decreasing. At some point, the electric field becomes equal to zero, and I choose that point as point of infinity, at which the potential energy is also zero. Here what I do means, I choose B itself as a point where electric field becomes equal to zero. That means this becomes the point of infinity. So B becomes the point of infinity where the electric field is zero. When once the field is zero, at this point potential energy U is also equal to zero. Okay. Now at this point, I imagine a test charge Q0. What is meant by test charge? It is nothing but a charge whose magnitude is equal to 1 coulomb. Positive charge of 1 coulomb is called as test charge. I want to move the charge from the point of infinity to any one of the point. Within the electric field. Remember, here there is no field. I shift the charge Q0 from B to A. If I am shifting means I am doing some work on this charge by applying external force. So some external force is applied on the charge, which is equal and opposite to the electrostatic force at this point. In this case, work done in bringing a test charge. Go through this. Work done in bringing the test charge from the point of infinity to the given point within the electric field region without producing any acceleration in the charge while moving. And this happens, acceleration becomes zero only if we move the charge with constant velocity. We know that when acceleration is produced in a moving body or in a moving particle, only if the velocity varies, acceleration is produced. If the velocity is constant in a moving body, no acceleration, means acceleration is zero. So, if I move the charge slowly, if I move this charge slowly with constant velocity, no acceleration is said to be produced in this charge. Like that, if we move, then work done on this charge while moving from B to A by applying external force, that becomes the definition of the electric potential. So mathematically, I can write the definition of electric potential like this. So V is the electric potential at which point? At point A. Work done in bringing the test charge from infinity to the point A. Infinity to the point A, or simply this can also be written as W divided by Q naught. Suppose if I choose one more point within the electric field region itself, say for example, I choose a point C, okay. Instead of moving the charge from infinity to the point A, if I move the test charge by applying some external force on it without producing any acceleration from point C to point A, or else I change this. Let us consider this as C, this as B. What is C? It is a point where the electric field due to the charge becomes equal to 0, and I treat that point as point of infinity, not your mathematical infinity. So it is very difficult to locate your mathematical infinity. In this electrostatics, that means in this explanation, point of infinity is the point where electric field immediately becomes equal to 0. I move the charge now once again from B to A. At these 2 points, electric field is existing, not 0. Only at this point field is 0. So, work done. Let us write here. In moving a charge or shifting a charge from one point to another against electrostatic force or electric field, either electrostatic force or electric field, without producing any acceleration in the charge. Okay. Work done in moving a charge from one point to another against electric field without producing any acceleration in the charge is called potential difference. Potential difference between those 2 points. Okay. So, if at the point B, the charge possesses a potential VB, and if at the point A, the charge possesses a potential VA, then according to this relation, what should be the potential difference now? VA minus VB. I call this potential difference as delta V equal to VA minus VB. Understand? And I write this as work done in bringing the charge from where to where? From B to A within the field. You are moving test charge, remember. Understand? What is that you are moving? You are moving a test charge. W AB divided by Q naught. See, what is the difference between this electric potential definition and this definition? In this, work is done. Even in this case also work is done. Even in the case of potential difference, positive, this one unit positive charge is shifted. Here also unit positive charge is shifted. But one difference is, while defining electric potential, we shift the charge from where? From infinity to any one of the point, either to this point or to this point, while defining electric potential. Means from a point where there is no field to a point where the field is existing, we are shifting the charge in case of electric potential. Whereas in case of potential difference between the 2 points, we shift the charge from one point to another point where field exists at those 2 points. Similarity is shifting, and another similarity is unit positive charge. Difference is we shift the charge from infinity to any one of the point, that becomes electric potential. We shift the charge from one point to another point within the field, that becomes potential difference. So, we have to remember all these points. So, this is nothing but the fifth one, potential difference definition. One more difference you have to understand between potential difference and potential energy difference. While defining potential energy difference, we never considered the test charge. We consider the charge of some magnitude Q, whose value is not equal to 1 unit. You must note this difference also between the potential difference and the potential energy difference. Whenever you use the word potential energy, take the charge Q. Don't consider the unit positive charge. But while defining the electric potential and potential difference, we consider the test charge, whose magnitude is equal to 1 coulomb. So this is how we can avoid the confusion between the electric potential energy difference and electric potential difference. Both for electric potential and as well as for potential difference, the unit remains to be same. So this is the expression for potential difference, VAB divided by Q naught. Potential difference. Unit is volt, or 1 volt is equal to work done is joule, 1 joule. Charge unit is coulomb. If you shift coulomb, then it becomes joule per coulomb. So 1 volt means 1 joule per coulomb. So this is the SI unit of the potential difference and also electric potential. This equation, potential difference equation, can also be written like this. How? Look here. Potential at A means work done in bringing the charge from infinity to the point A. Okay? Work done in bringing the test charge Q naught from infinity to the point A. So that is nothing but the potential at the point A. Okay? Then minus potential at the point B means work done in bringing the same test charge from infinity to the point B, which is nothing but VB. Infinity to the point B. Understand? I am writing for this. So 1 by q naught w infinity A minus w infinity B. This can also be written as 1 by q naught into WAB. So that is what I have written here. Potential difference delta V is equal to WAB divided by q naught. What is that? What is the substitution I made to W infinity A minus W infinity B? This is the substitution that is made. Suppose there may be question for 1 mark. What is that question? The electric potential at a point is said to be 5 volt. What does it mean? At the point A or at the point B, suppose if electric potential is 5 volt here, what does it mean? It means that work done in bringing a test charge from infinity to this point is equal to 5 joules. Means 5 joules of work should be done in bringing the test charge from the point of infinity to the point A. Similarly, there may be one more question. Potential difference between any 2 points, say for example between A and B, is said to be 8 volt. What does it mean? Now in this case, it means that work done in shifting the test charge or in moving the test charge from one point to another, means from B to A against this electric field or electrostatic force, must be equal to 8 joules. If this amount of work, 8 joules of work, is said to be done in moving the charge from B to A, then we say that between these 2 points the potential difference is said to be 8 volt.